all pretty nice, even-handed cards that you're going to see coming around at some point.
Yeah. He wasn't gutted and he wasn't overpowered.
Exactly.
Like that.
Good cards.
So let's start with the Hunter Legendary, the 866 Katharina Winterwisp. Now you're going to want to notice that this the cost of the minion is over 4, so you'll never see it.
You say over 6. So remember Savannah Highmane.
Over 6. Over 6.
And of course his hero.
Well, all right. So,
but still,
Katharina
it's way past the cutoff.
Battle
There's
Cry
a cutoff.
And
You're a
Death
hunter.
Rattle, Recruit a Beast. Now, this is one of the few cards that doesn't pay properly for what they've decided is proper for recruit.
And it does, has no condition on the recruits, no restrictions on the recruits. However, you're a hunter. If you made it to turn 8 without having enough low-cost beasts in your deck to ruin this, then congratulations. Now you can play this, and it'll summon you a Savannah Highmane, and then it'll die and summon you your other Savannah Highmane because you only brought Savannah Highmane as beasts in your deck.
Yeah.
That's makes this card look good.
Yep.
That's not going to happen. You're going to summon 2 kindly grandmothers with this, and you're going to feel really bad that you put it in your deck, and you were dead on 7 anyway. Or they were. And you never played this card.
Yeah. They keep doing this to Hunter, and I don't know
Hunter
why.
can't handle it. Speaking of really expensive that Hunter can't handle, this card's hilarious.
7/4/2 weapon battle cry. If your deck has no minions, fill your hands with Hunter spells.
I love it.
Why
it's
would
so
you?
Stupid.
You're a hunter. Why would your deck ever have no minions?
Because you're
You're
stupid.
never gonna make it to
you're
fatigue. That you're not there.
But it's so much fun. I like being dumb. Dumb is fun. Lock and Load is one of my favorite Hunter cards.
No.
Because I don't need any minions. I'll just keep playing spells.
Do not run this.
Spells.
Do not build
Hunter spells.
Right.
A Hunter spell.
A Star Wars spell. Crushing walls. Destroy your opponent's left and rightmost minions. This is powerful, or at least it can be. The only issue for me is that it is really expensive for being so targeted. It's like you could just play 2 deadly shots.
We're gonna see cards
cheaper.
later in this review that are overtly better. We've seen cards in the past you've played with cards that are just overtly better, that are a similar effect and cheaper, that are a better effect and the same cost, or cheaper. I don't understand why it costs that much. Hunter already doesn't have good cards for control.
I think you're just paying for the animation with this card.
You are, because he doesn't have a hero power for control. He doesn't have cards for control. And even in a control deck, this isn't strong. Yeah. Warrior would not run this. He has 2 Brawls, 2 Sleep with the Fishes. He doesn't need this. Why would...
We're going to keep talking about that with Hunter as we move on to the next card. To my side, 6 cost, epic spell, summon an animal companion,
not worth
or
it.
2 if your deck has no
just
minions.
Worth it.
This is... stupid. Why do you have no minions?
Well, you have no minions, so you need minions.
No.
And this is minions.
No.
But it's minions.
This is not minions.
To my side.
This is dumb.
It's bad.
Stop doing this.
But I'm going to try it anyway.
All right.
And I'm going to have so much fun with no minions in my deck.
Seeping Oozling, 6/5/4, just rare. Battlecry, gain the Death Rattle of a random minion.
This
in
card
your
is
deck.
interesting.
This is fine.
Of course, it comes off as weak because of the 6/5/4, and it's not a beast. So that already, I'm like, okay, do I even need to read the text? It's 6/4 and no beast.
But with the kind of Death Rattles, the Death Rattle, he's already such a Death Rattle heavy class that this is something
and
where...
you can put in some really powerful Death Rattles.
This is basically a secondary Barnes. Now, we've seen that deck with Hunter, the Barnes Hunter, and this is, hey, let's keep that going.
Because your Death Rattles, you could have a deck where your Death Rattles are Rat Pack, Bloatbat, Savannah Highmane, and the Devilsaur Egg. None of those are bad hits. That's only 8 cards out of your deck. Most of them work well together or within a similar deck archetype that you didn't really have to bend too far back to get this in there with them. And now you can be running your play deads and you can be synergizing with your Death Rattles just enough that when this comes down on curve, you don't care what Death Rattle it hits. It's a strong play, and you can work with it. The only issue, and you have to think that but one major issue I see is that Savannah Highmane is such a strong card.
Yeah.
It almost replaces him, not only because of the mana cost, but because if you do get Savannah Highmane's Death Rattle, you could have just played Savannah Highmane.
Yes.
And had more stats.
Well,
and beast
to
tag.
me, this is one of those things, especially where, you end up getting it's much more likely for you to get things that are higher end. You're burning through your earlier minions, even though you have a few more of them. You know, if only some of them are Death Rattles, you have them.
Yep.
And you can technically get the Death Rattle of your legendary hero and recruit. So you can kind of play this Highmane and get a Highmane. Yeah, she's a Death Rattle. Death Rattle recruit beast.
Right.
So you can end up getting some kind of snowballing effects from him.
Yeah, get your
if you build
yeah,
around. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this as a sort of.
But I like it. It's an
build-around
interesting
for
card. It
Hunter.
might be a little too expensive to be, really meta. But in a more amateur sense, I mean, if you're just trying to have fun, I think it's a very fun card. I think it's pretty legit. So.
Yep. All right, so we have
It won't get reduced by Corpse Widow though. It's not a death rattle, or is it? No, Battlecry gained the death rattle.
Yeah,
it's not a death rattle.
It's not a death rattle
Not
minion,
gonna be reduced by
even
Corpse
though it
Widow.
has a death rattle. So if it says give your death
it
rattle
gains the death
minions,
rattle
it does
later.
work,
It's
but
a battle
it doesn't
cry.
get resummoned. So,
Oops.
5 cost lesser emerald spellstone. So this will jump into what's the progression for this? Starts at 3/3 wolves.
Yeah, it goes
of them?
to 2. It goes to 3 of them and then 4 of them. I believe.
Okay, so you get 4 3/3 wolves. They're all gonna have beast
believe. You
tag,
can
which
pull it
is
up.
nice. But it's not.
I might be thinking of the priest one. That might be the same. I don't know. Let's look.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah,
Wrong
one.
button.
Well, in the meantime, play a secret to upgrade.
Yeah, it is 4
Yeah, 3 and
3/3
4.
wolves,
Okay.
and then just so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Those are wolves.
Beast
Yeah,
tag.
Not
beast tag.
Because the wolf. so it's got
They
beast.
don't scale up. They don't get stronger. This is again not the most awful spellstone. You're probably going to play the 2 secrets because it only takes 2 secrets to upgrade.
And if
this
you have
all
no
the way.
minions in your deck, this
But
is a solid card.
It is expensive. So you can get this off on turn 5, but you're going to have to kind of plan around it. You're going to be mulliganing for it.
You really want it to be upgraded at least to the middle. And I've already said this before that that's typically what we're going to be talking about. That's what you're going to see in actual duels. Yeah. Is middle played spellstones. This one in the middle does seem actually pretty strong. 9/9 of stats for 5 mana. Maybe I'm inflating how good that is because they all died to Flame Strike and Blizzard, ping, 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 ping.
Yes.
But that's a lot of stats. You're a hunter. You can work with those beast tag little minions. And playing 1 secret while this was in your hand is actually pretty viable to do. You want to draw it a little early so that you can play that secret, not waiting till turn 4 to play the secret. You probably want to play your secrets on 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. But if you can manage that, if you can swing that, it's not too difficult to do. I don't think it's too heavy. And you really could play this just for the 2 3/3 wolves. Yeah. If you somehow didn't get a secret out. And it could be okay. It's not a bad top deck. It's one of the few spellstones that's not a bad top deck.
To me, a lot of the spellstones are kind of functioning like quests, where you do want them almost in your opening.
You kind of want to keep them in your mole.
Yeah.
You just don't want to go overboard and have
which is good because sometimes quests are you don't want it in your opening hand.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Anyway, so 2 cost Wandering Monster Secret. When an enemy attacks your hero, you summon a 3 cost minion as the new
So this
target.
is a lot like Bear Trap if you were around when that was a card. The major differences being that it's not always going to be a 3/3 taunt beast. It might be better or worse, but your hero doesn't get hit at all. That's really important if you're about to die.
Yes.
It's really bad. Important to understand that it's not good if you aren't about to die. If you're at full health and you could have had a minion and instead your minion died. So it's got ups and downs over Bear Trap, but we saw Bear Trap as a very strong card, so ups and downs, I'd say this is certainly playable and possibly amazing.
Yeah.
It almost entirely depends on what 3 cost you get. And if it has poisonous, which is somewhat likely. One of the most 3 cost has some of the most poisonous in the game.
No, this is
3 and 5.
This is I like this. This is the kind of secret that I like.
Yeah.
So
Hunter got only spells this expansion, along with his
yes.
weapon.
4 cost flanking strike, deal 3 damage to a minion, summon a 3/3 wolf. Again, we've been seeing
It's
a
going
lot
to be
of
a
these
wolf.
3/3
It's
wolves.
going to be a beast tag, 3/3
You can
wolf.
end up with 5 3/3
So many
wolves on turn
Yeah,
5.
Boom, 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 wolf.
And 2 secrets.
I really love the art for this card. I like the kobolds are fun, and then there's a wolf. No, to really analyze this card, I would say it is 3 casts of On the Hunt for the cost of 4 casts of On the Hunt. Solid, not great, not bad.
Then we have the Cave Hydra. Excuse our blurry art here.
Who cares? It's an
3, 2,
amazing
4
card. Don't look at
also-
the art. Read the text.
Also damages the minions next to whomever this attacks.
So
beast tag.
Beast tag. That means this is not just a 3, 2, 4. That's amazing. It's eventually a 3, 4, 6 taunt. That's infinitely more amazing. It's a 3, 2, 4. And then you give it +3 attack with Crackling Razor Maw, or you give it Divine Shield. Don't give it taunt if you can avoid it, but it's a very good minion. It's a very good minion. It's a common. I don't know why it's a common. This reads like a rare at least.
It kind of feels like every single card in this set is either really amazing or a joke.
It does feel that way.
And
that's a joke. It's so amazing.
Yes.
And here's a real joke.
Hunter weapon, because Hunter already was taking so much damage with his really high
now
attack
you've got
weapons.
Wandering Monster defending you. You've got your Candle Shot keeping you alive.
Candle Shot's dumb. I don't like it.
Well, it's like Light's Justice.
No.
It's like just as good as Light's Justice.
No.
You don't like Light's Justice?
No, I don't.
Yeah, this card isn't good, but it's funny. And if Hunter ever gets weapon buffing, it could actually be
I'm
a very
pretty
legitimately good
positive
card.
that this was released in an attempt to water down some future expansions Hunter random weapon thing.
It could be. And all random weapon is getting watered down because of this. But like I said, if Hunter ever gets a capacity to buff his weapons beyond the just general cards, which is what he currently has, this actually would be a very strong card. You'd pull this out on one, you wouldn't swing it, then you give it one more attack, and now it's kind of insane because now you are dealing 2 damage every turn for 3 turns in the first 4 turns of the game without taking any damage for it. That's really powerful. So it needs one more attack, and then it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't get that.
I can't wait until Thursday. I can pull Molten Blade out of my warrior. All right, then we switch over to Mage. So this